Happy New Year and welcome to 2023. I've been seeing a lot of people post about their New Year's resolutions, so I thought I'd come on here and post mine. One of mine this year is to be more active on social media, both professionally and personally. Thought this video was a great way to start. I wanted to share with you some things I found when I was doing research on effective goal setting. One of the first things I found was just to believe in yourself. If you're not believing in yourself and your abilities, you're setting roadblocks before you even get started, which you don't want. I have one quote I'd like to give you since we love story time here. Since I have a 9-month-old, a little quote from Christopher Robin of Winnie the Pooh. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. The next thing to do is definitely write it down. This really helps you clarify your goal and focus in on some parameters to help you achieve that. And there's a study that Dr. Gail Matthews did out of California that says you're 42% more likely to complete this goal just by writing it down. And that seems like a really high return on such a small amount of work. The next thing you can do is ask for help. You know, when you're starting off, asking somebody who knows or who's been there just to get started in the right spot will help speed up that initial process. And, you know, one of the things that I did when I started my real estate career 2.5 years ago is I found a team that had a coaching program. And to this day, I still have a coach because I just need that person to help me push a little more and keep growing. Let's definitely do that. Next thing I found was called the SMART goal setting model, and this is really based around refining your goals. SMART's just an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So, you know, specific, you want to be as specific as possible with these goals. You just don't want to say, hey, I want to take a vacation this year. You want to say something like, I want to take a vacation to Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado for 2 weeks, and I'm going to do 3 hiking trails, and I'm going to go in the fall. It's like being more and more specific helps you narrow down and focus in on the things that you need to do to achieve that. Measurable is just kind of talking about give yourself some things that you can actively and physically check. So like with the hiking, you know, do I need to save money? If so, how much? Show me that goal. You know, what's that number that I need to get there? Do I need to be more in shape for the hiking? How many times a week are you going to exercise? How many minutes are each of those exercise sessions going to be? Those are all things to make it measurable to see, you know, that you are working towards it and working towards achieving that goal. Attainable, that one's all about identifying the roadblocks that you might have to achieve that goal. So for me, with the social media stuff, 2 of my biggest roadblocks are remembering to post and then knowing what to post. So I'm going to lean on my resource of my wife, and I've asked her to, like, you know, when we sit down at the end of the night after Odin's in bed, can you just kind of remind me to post if I haven't posted yet that day? So I'm leaning on her for that. And then knowing what to post, you know, I have the internet. I have my coach that I can lean on to help me provide some direction about what kind of things I need to be posting and helping people understand. So those are the resources I have and use. And now that I know that I can get around those roadblocks, it's definitely something that's make my goal pretty attainable. And realistic sounds pretty much like attainable, but this is way more about are you willing to do the work that you need to do to get in? So now that I know that, hey, my wife's going to remind me, I'm going to have to spend some time talking to my coach. Are those things that I'm still willing to do and able to do at this point to achieve those goals? Which they definitely are. So that's good. And then timely. These are all about setting benchmarks and check-ins and, you know, final goals so that you have an end cap on it, so you can celebrate those little wins and check and course correct if you need to adjust anything to reach at the end. So I'm going to try and post 3 times a week, with one of those times each week being real estate related. So I'm going to check in every week with that, and then at the end of each month, I'm going to go back and assess, like, hey, okay, did I meet my goals? Maybe I only posted 2 real estate things. So I'm going to look and see, hey, how can I make the changes to get those other 2 posts out, you know, if there's 4 weeks in that month. So there's that. And then the last 2 things I kind of want to talk about can go a little bit together. They're remaining accountable and continuing to assess your progress. being accountable. You can have a journal, your partner, a coach, family, friend, anything like that, just something to help you remain accountable. And those people can also help you assess your progress and kind of kick you in the butt when you need to make some changes, or maybe they're there to tell you that, hey, you're moving towards a goal that's not really getting you what you want. So that's a good way to assess where you're at and where you're trying to go. So hopefully that provides you with a little fuel and direction to meet your New Year's resolutions this year. Can't wait to hear what your guys' are. If you want to drop in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are, I'd be happy to check in with you and see how you're doing with those throughout the year. Another thing is I will be posting a video later this week about how you can use some of these things to help you kind of give yourself a guidance plan if you're, say, wanting to buy a house or start investing in real estate this year. So look out for that video later this week. So happy New Year, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.